Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aerial planes. It's a duck blur. You might solve a mystery or rewrite history. Q-Tales, woo! Every day that I've been making Q-Tales, woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and good geek news. What's good in the web? I'm your man Q, back again with some of that geek news, and spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm just gonna say that 3 times, but once, 3 times. We're gonna talk about some Game of Thrones, and isn't it sad? Aren't you hurt for people who've been watching Game of Thrones? Aren't you a little just bummed out too that it's been one hell of a run, but we only got a few more episodes and a whole bunch of theories because we still don't know nada. Bran is the Night King, and if you really take a deep, hard look at it, doesn't he look just like the Night King? Doesn't he fit in with the Night King in all of the things that the Night King was doing? Because the whole parallel universe, he's been able to see through the three-eyed raven, because he knows every single thing that happens from past to present in Westeros now, right? Right? Another theory dropped on my lap last week, and that was of Cersei turning into the Night Queen. And if Cersei turns into the Night Queen, my goodness, I really didn't even think of that. I never even fathomed that could actually happen. But if something like that were to happen by her being in the Game of Thrones so long and being the primary antagonist for so long, I think that would be poetic justice. We've seen the sigil of the dead bodies and everything that was on the wall when we took a big picture of the Night's Watch when they was about to lead up to Samuel talking to Jon about his whole lineage and his heritage and who he really was. Kind of remind me of a scene on what Mufasa talking to Simba. Know who you are. Oh, I'm thinking of Ninja Turtles with Orokusaki. Know who you are. Orokusaki. We met many years ago at the home of my master's house, Amando Yoshi. But with Mufasa telling Simba that basically he was the king, like Samuel just told Jon that he's the king. We seen that scene, and doesn't the whole dead bodies and the little boy screaming look just like the Targaryen sigil? Doesn't it? Isn't that a little weird? And also just a tad bit creepy, because anytime you use kids for anything like that, that's already a tad bit creepy in itself. But so many different things are going on within the series at one time, and the first episode was such fast and nice pace that it made you have to be like, hey, I really don't want this to come to an end. I even though that it's scheduled to have a prequel, you can't prequel the success of what this is, because it's not going to be the same characters. It could be better, but then again, it's a huge possibility that it could be worse. But that's got me to thinking. Game of Thrones is one of the last shows, if not the last show, that is going to be that must have to watch when it comes out show. Now in the time and day and age with Netflix and YouTube with the premium subscription, which they should give YouTubers, for free. I pay $10, $11.99 for the premium, but I also do YouTube, but I guess I should talk to YouTube about that. And Hulu's, Amazon Primes, and everything at a point and click and era. Are we ever going to have another show that we just sit down as humans and just have to watch at a particular time? Or is everything just now contingent on being a binge watch? I actually got my mom into watching Game of Thrones about a year or so ago, and she doesn't even like to sit and watch it episode by episode and week by week. She wants to watch it all at one time and just binge it when she's off. And if my mom wants to do that, then just imagine for the children and the people in the younger generations what they want to do. I mean, I can only imagine how I would be if I was brought up with a cell phone in my hand. I mean, I was raised with TVs. So in video games, I don't know life without them. What do y'all think? Who do you think is going to be the person who leads the Game of Thrones and sits on, I said leads the Game of Thrones, who do y'all think is going to end up on the Iron Throne? I actually think it's a huge possibility that it's like Jon and Dany's child, and they do like a super fast forward thing, like maybe Dany dies or Jon dies or something, and Arya has to raise the child in this new destroyed world. You know what? It's so many things and missing pieces and cogs, and the story is so long and circular. I really have no clue what's going on. I'm just excited that it's here and we get to see exactly what's going down. I'm a loss for words. It's amazing. Also, what show do you think that might have the possibility to be a show that we have to watch at least once a week? Let me know again in the comment section below. And as always in the web, till next time, y'all, I'll holler at you later. And don't forget to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. Like the video if you like it, and hit that subscribe button. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.